Hello, welcome back to Profundenden Obra channel. I bet you didn't know the crucial differences between homicide and murder under Philippine law. Homicide and murder are two of the most serious crimes under Philippine law, each carrying severe penalties. While often confused in everyday conversation, legally, they are distinct offenses with different elements, defenses, and implications. This distinction is crucial for legal practitioners, law enforcement, and the public to understand as it affects the outcome of criminal cases significantly. The definition and elements of homicide. Homicide in the Philippines is defined under Article 249 of the Revised Penal Code. It involves the killing of a person without any of the qualifying circumstances that would elevate the crime to murder. The essential elements of homicide are the death of a person caused by the acts of another and the absence of any justifying circumstances. Homicide is punishable by reclusion temporal, which means imprisonment for 12 years and 1 day to 20 years. Murder qualifying circumstances. Murder, on the other hand, is described in Article 248 of the Revised Penal Code. It is characterized by the presence of qualifying circumstances that make the act more reprehensible. These include treachery, evident premeditation, cruelty, reward or promise, and other conditions listed under the law. Murder is punishable by reclusion perpetua. Legal defenses and implications. Defenses in cases of homicide and murder can vary widely. In homicide cases, self-defense, defense of relatives, and accident are common legal defenses. For murder, the defense strategy may involve disproving the presence of any qualifying circumstances or arguing for the applicability of mitigating circumstances to lower the degree of liability. Recent legal developments such as the Anti-Terrorism Act of 2020 have implications for how acts of killing are treated under Philippine law. The act introduces provisions that could affect the classification and penalties of crimes related to homicide and murder, especially in politically motivated or terrorism-related cases. What distinguishes murder from homicide in the Philippines? A. The presence of qualifying circumstances such as treachery, premeditation, or cruelty distinguishes murder from homicide. Q. Can a homicide case be elevated to murder? Yes, if during the investigation or trial qualifying circumstances are proven, a homicide case can be reclassified as murder. Q. What are the penalties for homicide and murder? A. Homicide is punishable by reclusion temporal, while murder is punishable by reclusion perpetua. Q. Is intoxication a defense for homicide or murder? A. Intoxication can be considered a mitigating circumstance if it is not habitual or intended to reinforce the act, but it does not absolve one of liability. Q. How do recent laws like the Anti-Terrorism Act affect homicide and murder cases? A. The Anti-Terrorism Act may impose stricter penalties and broader definitions that could encompass acts of homicide or murder within the scope of terrorism, affecting legal strategy and implications.